to ask you, but just come on. I didn't know what to do. Kia ora koutou. Me iwi tātou. Whakataka te hau ki te nuru, whakataka te hau ki te tona, kia māhina tina ki uta, kia mātaratara ki tai, e hi ake ana te atahura, he tio, he huka, he auhuna, tihei Porirua. Lovely, thank you and welcome. Well, this feels really bright today. This feels bright, yeah. And I'm not hungover. Yeah. But I did have a little bit of a chuckle to myself on the way here today. So for those that you don't know, I don't have a car. So I hire a Mevo, and I've been having Daniela come with me, but really needed her in the office today, so there I was. So I could order the Mevo, right? Order it on my app, but it's 6 minutes from my house, and I've got the box of stuff, and it's like, well, I could go there, and it's like, nah, that's too hard. So I've got it, and I've got one of those like workman trolleys with my box and my backpack of my work and my bright red and white polka dot bag of I've got to do a fundraiser tonight, and I've got to wear different clothes. So I'm there already. So I'm marching through town and thinking, what do I look like? Really, what do I? I've got my earmuffs. If someone can see my earmuffs, I get really bad earache. You know what I look like? I look like a very bright, jolly homeless person. And I was thinking about, you know, when I talk here about, you know, things in business, about how things look and what's the reality, you know, in terms of my business. You know, so literally I'd walk around, I own an apartment in the centre of town. My office is 10 minutes in the other direction. I've had, the last 2 months have been record months for our business. Wow. I'm coming here to lead this group. So having seen that jolly homeless person, you know, you wouldn't have put those together. And it sort of led really well into what I wanted to talk about this morning, which was actually around, you know, things that are going on in the media, or, you know, the doom and gloom, you know, we're in a recession, all these terrible things are happening. And it's not to say that those terrible things aren't happening. I know that there are people losing their jobs. I know that there is these things going on, and that times are challenging. But I also know in the last decade we've had earthquakes, we've had floods, we had plague, you know. Times have been tough for a wee while, and anybody that's sitting waiting for times to be better are just going to be waiting an awfully long time. You know, we have to actually make our own news story, and yes, we can read about it, but their job is to make those headlines. You know, it is, and you know, about creating sensation. It's clickbait. It's you know, and when you click on and you buy into that, you're voting with your click about what you want to be showed for, you know, on stuff or something like that. But those kind of things, it can get really eroding. Yeah. So my challenge to you today is to think about where you're at, and you know, if things like, so maybe your numbers are a little bit down, you're not getting as many clients or something like that, you know, might be happening for you. So instead of thinking, you know, this is the time, this is the way that it is, it's like, what can be different? How can I change the way that I think about that? Because I do believe that the way that you show up echoes in the work that you put out and the energy that you put out into the universe. Most of you know I'm not woo-woo, that's as woo-woo as I go. But yeah, I've just seen a few people recently being very, very eroded by things that they cannot change. So don't think about changing that. What can you change for you in your business, in your life, in your situation today? And just see how that goes for you. Thank you. Anyway, that was my 5 minutes of wisdom, because I felt I had to come up with something. Because I've forgotten your name.
Me, Louise.
Louise last week says, oh yes, I am, as you know, I pay attention every time. I thought, God, people are actually listening. Oh, the pressure. Anyway, thank you.
Just as good today.
Yeah. All right, so welcome to Chrysalis for Women. We are a networking group of women supporting women. And I was overhearing a conversation today. I think, Catherine, you were asking, what do people like about Chrysalis? And friendship is the thing that comes up first. The connections that we make, the support that we have. Business is part of that. We're all in here because we have a small business. But we've got businesses that are here and businesses that are here and lots of in-betweens. It's a bumpy ride. Life is bumpy, business is bumpy, and you can't have too many friends or too much support around that. And I think that Chrysalis provides a community of people that have knowledge, they have expertise, and they have a shoulder to cry on, or they can be your cheerleaders. So embrace that. So, Angela, would you like to step this way, darling?
Everybody, so it's just down at the door in case anybody comes in a bit late. Thank you everyone who has brought along some stuff for our donation box today. I just wanted to talk to you about, not that, the next one. That one. So the Women's Centre is bringing Porirua has talent to Porirua. Iona has donated her time and efforts as per usual to build a website for them, which is fabulous. And registrations are open now. So if you know any young people, there's 2 age categories, 5 to 13 and then 13 to 25. Singing, dancing, groups and variety. And auditions are in the July school holidays. So that's part 1 of that. Part 2 of it is that something like this costs a lot of money to put on, so they're madly knocking on doors for sponsorship, and they've had loads of people come forward, but there's still opportunity there for businesses to sponsor this event, and it's a fabulous event. It's going to be very high profile, so if anyone would like to help in that way, either talk to me or go on the website, contact Tanya. Tanya's kind of leading the charge on it all. And let me know if you have any questions.
Thank you. I just want to go and watch.
Yeah.
Angela,
Yes, a question? Yes.
when is the actual show?
So the auditions are in July, and then in August and September are the quarterfinals, semi-finals and finals, and they will be ticketed events, and with a couple of famous judges. But I'm so old, I don't know where they were. But it's going to be quite a high profile event for Porirua, so if you do want to sponsor, then it's a good opportunity for profile. Sorry,
Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, I've got the names up, I don't even know these people. So, yeah, they're way cooler than we are. But